All right, One Spartan Nation, we continue with our student athlete spotlights. And this time around, we have a member of the women's tennis team. Savannah Sendar joins us now. Savannah, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for joining us. I know you've had a busy season so far and a successful one so far. The idea, Savannah, is that we get to know you a little bit better for the fans out there, for the donors out there that may not be able to follow you as closely as some others can. So I want to start all the way back where you started your tennis career, and that's in the Netherlands. And I know there's a lot of foreign players on the Spartan tennis team, but tell us your story growing up in the Netherlands.
Well, I started playing, obviously born and raised in the Netherlands. Started playing tennis around the age of 7, 8, I believe. Tried a bunch of different sports. Tried volleyball, soccer, handball. Not as popular in the U.S. as it is in Europe. Wanted to try basketball too, but since my parents had to drive me everywhere, at some point they just said, "Sav, you got to stop. You have to make a choice." Eventually, I chose tennis. Stuck with tennis until now.
Yeah, at what point did you kind of realize, hey, I may be able to go to college playing tennis? At what point did you kind of figure that out that you'd progressed well enough to be in that position?
Well, going to playing college tennis became very popular in the in the Netherlands. Um, so it was a big topic at the time when I was close to graduating from high school. And then I had recruiters getting in touch with me if it was on my mind and if I was open to it. At the time, I wasn't because I was really set on staying in the Netherlands and I knew what university I wanted to go to. So it was kind of a big change all of a sudden to consider going overseas. Um, but it was really my parents that made me realize that it was such a big opportunity and essentially you have nothing to lose. There's only things you can learn from such a great experience, and yeah, that really got me over the edge.
That's a unique part of this too, because we always talk to student athletes that they may be from out of state, but there are so few that are from outside the country. Talk us through that recruiting process. I mean, how did Coach Skorupka bring you on? Did you have video conferences with him? How did that all work?
So I had a organization helping me out in the Netherlands. They made me help record a video, a tennis resume, helped me get in touch with different schools here. And then Coach Korupka, he even flew out to see me in the Netherlands, which was great. It's always different seeing someone in real life versus having a Skype conversation or
Mm.
FaceTiming someone. So yeah, it was great that he wanted to come see me, and we had a great connection from the start. And yeah, that's why one of the reasons why I chose San Jose State.
Yeah, and that's got to be a big leap, right? Leaving your home country and traveling not only across the ocean but across all the U.S. to
Yeah.
California. What was that like? I mean, that's a big change.
Yeah, also at the time I was still 17, so I was pretty young. Luckily, I had my father that traveled with me to drop me off. Uh, so we came early August, spent 2 weeks together around the Bay Area, just exploring everything, which was really nice. Um, Also, it made things a lot easier, for example, because setting up a bank account, I still needed my
Yeah.
parents to sign some documents because I was a minor. So in the end, that all worked out really well.
Tell us a little bit about yourself off the court. Tell us about your major, how school has been, and your experience in academics at San Jose State.
So I am a business finance major. Always been really sure about wanting to pursue finance. Also in high school was very focused on academics. Always made sure I got good grades. Definitely was playing tennis 5 6 times a week. And my high school was not focused on sports. In the Netherlands, sports and school are completely separate. So it's just
Mm.
going to school from 8 till 4, and then you go figure out your tennis yourself. So I had to be really organized and plan everything really well. Wanted to succeed on and off the court. So I was able to graduate high school with good grades, and then that continued at San Jose State too. I've been always been very motivated in the classroom. Um, Also, just knowing that that's so important for my future career.
Right.
So yeah, always took that very seriously.
Well, Savannah was the 2020 Dean Scholar at San Jose State. You said you always knew you wanted to be in finance, or at least that was something that piqued your interest. What about finance do you enjoy?
So my dad is in finance, so I've been around the topic for quite some time. Um, Business is has always been very interesting to me, and then just the numbers aspect of finance is what really suits me. There is I was, for example, I was not sure between econ and finance, but then I found out that econ is just too much text and too much reading, and finance is just more numbers. And uh, yeah, that's way more what fits me.
Well, do you have a specific moment while you've been at San Jose State, whether it's on the court or not, that stands out to you as one that you'll always remember?
That would be my first match. Um, and as a freshman, in the first couple of in-season matches, I wasn't in the lineup yet. So then when I got my first chance, it was against Stanford, um, which was, a good match to start out with. And then um, being obviously the underdog as a team and as a player, I was able to win that match. Uh, yeah, that was great and something I'll always remember.
Well, I know your time's not up yet at San Jose State, but you do have plans following your departure from San Jose State. You just got into grad school. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so that's super exciting. A couple weeks I got into grad school in Barcelona. So I will be a bit closer to home, not back home yet, but yeah, I really wanted to go to grad school, and also chances are that I will settle and find a job in the Netherlands anyway. So this feels like one more opportunity to travel more, to experience a different culture, and uh, it just seemed like a great choice.
Well, it's been great talking to you, Savannah. And there are a lot of people watching this and listening, maybe that haven't seen you on the court or don't quite know who you are. But there have also been a lot of people that have invested in you and other student athletes at campus. What would you say to them that have been able to support you, maybe not even knowing you, as you've journeyed through San Jose State?
Well, obviously, thank you. Without you, none of this would have been possible. And for me, it's been such a great experience. It's such a special experience. I know I'm one of the lucky people that was able to do this, and I'll never take that for granted. Definitely now knowing that this is coming to an end, it just makes me appreciate everything even more. So again, thank you. Yeah, it's a memorable experience, and I wouldn't be the same person today if I wouldn't have come to the U.S. and be a student athlete.
Savannah Sendar, she's from the women's tennis team. Thanks so much for taking time with us. And hey, if we don't catch up with you again, good luck in Barcelona.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.